canto Srimad-Bhagavatam. Vocês podiam combinar, tipo assim, você fazer todos os changes, que eu fazer todos os changes com Krishna Balaram, eu acho. E do PT, claro, então. Cadê ela? Você vai fazer agora? Não, podia me soltar aí. Mas você vai fazer... Tá bom. Não, tá bom. First look at Srimad-Bhagavatam. Truth. Embodiment of truth is Bhagavan. I meditate upon him. Directly or indirectly, everything comes from him. É porque eu preciso olhar para entender que é assim difícil. Deixa eu só escrever esse lado. Isso aqui que eu faço. Porque isso não tem que fazer assim, olhar para a gurudeira, né? É difícil, entendeu? Atenção lá. There is reading the translation of the first sloka of the Bhagavatam. Pega o Bhagavatam, tem celular? Primeira verso do Bhagavatam, tradução em inglês. But listening, hearing the sound of his throat. Tej means the fire. Pari means the water. Mridam means the soil. All the elements, they change their nature. Bhagavan is called Kalatita. Do you know the meaning? He is beyond the time. Krishna, do you have internet? Your phone? Gurudev is reading first canto, first sloka translation. You can also check. So Vyasadeva, he manifested the Puranas. My two phones are being used, I don't have a phone. So in the Mangalacharana of Srimad-Bhagavatam, Vyasadeva is only glorifying about Krishna. In the Bhagavatam, Vyasadeva is not glorifying any demigod or demigoddesses in the beginning. He's only glorifying Krishna. Satyam Param Dimahi. I meditate on the Supreme Truth. Swayam Bhagavan. In other Puranas, or maybe Vyasadeva glorified demigods in the beginning, but in Bhagavatam, only Krishna. What? Haribo. So, translation of the first verse of the Bhagavatam. The Gurudev was reading. O my Lord Shri Krishna, son of Vasudeva, O all-pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. I meditate upon Lord Shri Krishna because he is the absolute truth and the primeval cause of all causes of all the creation, sustenance and destruction of the manifested universes. He is directly and indirectly conscious of all manifestations, and he is independent because there is no other cause beyond him. It is he who first imparted the Vedic knowledge unto the heart of Brahmaji, the original living being. Okay, what is the Swarupa Lakshan? Main qualities of he who is the supreme truth. Bhagavan is Maya Atit. He cannot be touched by Maya. Actually, wherever Bhagavan is standing, Maya is always very far from him, standing far away from him. Krishna Surajasama. Krishna is like the sun. Maya is like the darkness, andakar. Jahan Krishna ta. Wherever Krishna is there, Maya cannot even stay there, in the same place. If Krishna will be compared to the sun, then Maya is the darkness. Just like when the sun rises immediately, by his light, Maya automatically goes away. Maya means the darkness, andakar. So in the same way, in the heart of the jivas, when the form of Lord manifests in the heart of the jiva, immediately all the darkness of the heart of the jiva is removed. What is the tama, the darkness in the heart of the jiva? Tama means sataraja tama, is ignorance, tamagun. Automatically will go away. Just like when the sun rises, immediately all kinds of ferocious living entities like lions, all these kinds of living entities, they go into the cave and they hide when the sun rises. During the night there are so many ghosts, witches, jakshas, rakshaks, like bad living entities. They're here and there. Because in the darkness, this kind of anitya katha, they're dancing. They're dancing in the nighttime, this kind of living entities. So the meaning is that when bhakti arises in the heart, immediately tamogun automatically is destroyed. Srila Bhaktivinoda Saraswati Prabhupada, in the commentary, he explains, Parameshwara Swayam Bhagavan, he is Sata Swarup, embodiment of truth, and Nitya Swarup, embodiment of the truth, of the eternity. Nitya Swarup. Everything we see in this world is anitya, temporary. They are not eternal and destroyable. You see something today, after some time, it will not remain. And everything is changeable also. Our body made of 5 elements. This body is temporary and changeable. One day or another, this body will be destroyed, certainly. The 5 elements in this body: earth, ether, air, water, fire. This is called Panca-bhautika, sharira, 5-elemented body. You have Pancha-bhut, you have like 5 ghosts. Because bhut means element and also ghost. So you don't have only 1 ghost in you, you have 5 ghosts. Actually, it's a joke with the word. Bhuta also means elements. 5 elements you have: earth, ether, fire, air, water. One day or another, this 5-element body will be destroyed. So 2 words I said. It's always increasing. When I was young, when I was small, a boy. The boy slowly was growing up. The boy grows up. Then one day, all the limbs of body, the senses stop working slowly. And then the body is destroyed. Tradução, português, 99.9. So the body is growing. Bodhisattva means it's growing. Kaisha means it's diminishing, you can say. I think I don't know the proper English word. Dwindle. Diminishing. Okay. Everything in this world is like this. Bodhisattva grows and then Kaisha like dwindles or diminishes. In the end, these 5 elements of the body, they will merge into the other elements. For example, the earth of your body will merge in the earth element of the world. The fire element of your body will merge in the fire element of the environment, like this. Sorry. So, only because of him, do the material universes, temporarily manifest by the reactions of the 3 modes of nature, appear factual, although they are unreal. I therefore meditate upon him, Shri Krishna, who is the eternally existent in the transcendental abode, which is forever free from the illusory representations of the material world. I meditate upon him, for he is the absolute truth. So because of God, the living entities and everything is created, Srishti, Stiti, everything is nourished. And after Vinash, Pralay, everything is destroyed because of him. Jatavai Mani, Jana Jatani. And this sloka also explains what is Brahma. Like whatever I see in the world comes from who? From where? From Brahma. From Bhagavan. And we are all kept or maintained by Bhagavan. It's not working? What did I say? Jato vai mani jana jatanja. Jato vai mani jana. What I want to say is that Brahma, God, He is the creator, maintainer, and destroyer. Shristi Sthiti Pralaya Sadhana Tireka. So why does God create? If he will destroy everything later, why does He create anyway? And then He creates and then keeps, like maintains, nourishes, and then destroys. This is called the Lila of Bhagavan. He is Lila Purushottam. He is performing pastimes. Why does He do like this? You might ask. Why does God do this? You cannot establish this by your logic. Why does God create this? Did He create this material world, the universes, and why does He destroy everything after? The jiva is thinking, also, why did I come to this world? Then, after some time, I'll die. I'll give up my body. I have to go from one place to another place. This is the Lila of Bhagavan. Bhagavan is called Lila Purushottam. His activities are completely beyond Maya. He cannot never be touched by Maya. He is Swatantra, independent. Swechamay Purush. That's why the word is Swarat, used in this verse. Swarat. Everything, directly or indirectly, comes from Him. What is Anai? Anai. It's directly. It's called Anai. Vyatarik means indirectly. He is Swayam Bhagavan Parameshwar. All the living entities, and also even the non-conscious living, like material and the conscious, He manifests everything. Swarat. He is always self-manifested. Swarat. Completamente, is completely independent. The jiva is his Shakti. Bhagavan has unlimited potencies. The Advaitavadis, they call Bhagavan being Nishakti. The Advaitavadis say Bhagavan has no potency, no Shakti. But in Bhagavatam is saying, no. Bhagavan is Swatantra, Swechamay Purush, complete independent, self-manifest. There are 5 truths. Pancha-tattva, Ishvara, Jiv, Prakriti, Kal, and Karma. Everything is going on with these 5 things. Ishvara means Swayam Bhagavan. He is the supreme controller. He's the supreme controller.
जो कुछ भी देख रहे हैं
Whatever we
ये
see
संसार है
in this world,
और भगवान के द्वारा ही नियंत्रित है.
everything is maintained by Lord.
हम लोग विज्ञान के युग में फिर कहा थे कि ऑटोमेटिक है.
So the scientists call everything automatically, but actually nothing is automatic.
हो जाता है. सेंसिटिव है.
Krishna Balaram.
आप दरवाजे के पास जाओ,
O hinge não está funcionando, tenta resolver.
हो जाता है.
So like for example, you come to a door automatically opens. If you're in front of the door, and if you're 2 meters far from the door, then the door automatically closes. We call it automatic, but actually nothing is automatic. There's some kind of sensor, some electronic device inside the door that is working and that makes the door open and close. But the scientists are saying automatic. Actually, the scientists, it's like this electronic device works like a remote control. We cannot see it, but it's there, making the door open and close. And we are calling it automatic, but it's actually not automatic. Actually, something is controlled, like something is controlling that device. So in the same way, all the universes, everything we see, everything is controlled by Bhagavan. The birth of the living entities, their death, their maintenance, Shrishti Sthiti Pralaya. Everything you see is controlled by Lord. But the jiva is so under the illusion of Maya, deluded by Maya, and we are wandering this material world, the jivas. 3 modes of Maya, Sattva, Raja and Tamoguna. By the Sattva, Raja and Tamoguna, the jiva is like a puppet, being controlled and doing this stuff. Not like a puppet doll, you know. The puppet doll is controlled by a rope. You know, his limbs are pulled by ropes. In his fingers, his limbs, everything is pulled by ropes. So the person who is controlling the puppet, his name in English? Ventriloquist? Puppeting. He's moving his fingers, his hands. And then the limbs of the puppets also move. He's like pulling that rope with the movements of his hands, and then the limbs of the puppet go up and down like this. Even the person is changing his own voice. You know, this puppeteer. Puppeteer is like, actually the puppet is not speaking. It's just like moving the mouth, but actually no sound is coming. But the puppeteer changes his voice and speaks in such a way that nobody sees that he's speaking. And sometimes he's speaking in the voice of a boy, old man, lady, woman. He's speaking, pretending that is like the puppet, but actually it's the puppeteer that is. But those who are looking from front, they think, oh, the puppet is speaking, but actually there's a man controlling in the back and he's making the voices. In the same way, the 3 modes of Maya, Sattva, Raja, Tamoguna, they delude the living entities and make the living entities do the things in this world. This Sattva, Raja, Tamoguna make the living entities do these things. And the jiva condition is full of ahankar, is ego, false egos. Come and she thinks, jiva thinks, I am the doer. Botar o celular, não sei. Krishna Balaram, tá ouvindo? Bota o celular, dela tá coisando toda hora. Chama Prabhu, você, alguma outra pessoa. Ele falou? Swayam Bhagavan is Swatantra, independent, Satasiddha, self-manifest, Jnanamaya.
आदि के ऊपर विराजमान भगवान की जो तीन गुण बताए, ये तीन शक्ति के बारे में।
Bhagavan has three potencies:
जीव शक्ति और
Chit Shakti, Jiva Shakti, and Maya Shakti.
तीन शक्ति के द्वारा
With Chit Shakti, Bhagavan manifests the spiritual world.
वैकुंठ आदि धाम प्रकाशित।
Vaikuntha Dham.
जिस जगत में स्वयं भगवान अपने स्वरूप में स्थित रहते हैं,
With his Chit Shakti, Bhagavan is always fixed in his own swarup, his own form. And he's relishing many pastimes in the spiritual world. And with Jiva Shakti, Bhagavan is manifesting the souls.
और उस जिस जगत की सौंदर्य माधुर्य आदि लीला आदि दर्शन करके भगवान जी जो है उसमें अभिष्ट।
And Bhagavan, his pastimes in his material world, and those who are very fortunate, they become absorbed in his pastimes. For example, Bhagavan came from the spiritual world with his associates, with his dham. Anugrahaya Bhaktanam Manusham Dhammasrita. Bhagavan, to give mercy, Anugraha. He came from the Nitya Vrindavana Dham with his own associates, with his own dham, and he manifested these pastimes in this material world, his pastimes. Even though he's unborn, Ajanma, he was born just like a normal baby, born from the womb of his mother. Bhagavan is unborn. In the Gita, Bhagavan himself said, "My birth activities are divine, divya." Divya means transcendental, supramundane. Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita, "They are not material, my birth and activities, they are transcendental." Normal people cannot understand these facts. Those who have the mood of demons, demoniac nature, and they are the delusion of Maya, they think Bhagavan is a normal person. So in the Gita, Bhagavan says, 4 kinds of people, they worship me, do my bhajan, and 4 kinds of people, they will not worship me. Chaturvita bhajate mam. The sloka explains the 4 kinds which will do bhajan. Chaturvida bhajate mam. 4 kinds of people will do bhajan if they have sukriti. If the person has sukriti from previous lives, then will do the bhajan, the person. What are the 4 kinds of people who will do bhajan? Arto, suffering people, Jigyasu, inquisitive, Artarthi, looking for money, and Gyani. Okay, Arto means someone who is suffering so much in this material world. Arto. If the person has sukriti from previous lives, then he will do bhajan. Because so many people are suffering. You can go to the hospital, you see people like screaming, suffering, and they're screaming like, "Oh, mother, father, oh my." They're not screaming Krishna, Krishna. They will tell you all their sufferings. If you tell him, chant the name of Ram, then he'll say, "Oh, I cannot speak, I cannot speak so much." The name of his older son is Ram. And the name of his other sons are Hatu, Baku, Taku, Chaku, like crazy, stupid names. He'll tell the names of all his sons. But the name of his older son is Ram. Oh, I cannot speak all the names. This one more, I cannot. Like the person will not be able to speak the name of Ram. So Arto, someone who is suffering. If the person has sukriti, then he'll be able to remember Bhagavan. Example is Gajendra. Gajendra. Srimad-Bhagavatam gives the example of Gajendra. Shukadeva Goswami told the story of Gajendra Moksha and Lila, the deliverance of Gajendra elephant. He told to Parikit Maharaj. Gajendra was an elephant, actually gigantic elephant he was. One day, he was with the female elephant and with his baby elephants. He went to bathe in the lake. He was with his baby's elephants and they went to bathe in the lake. But suddenly he slipped, his legs slipped, and then he fell into the deep depths of the lake. And then a crocodile came. Start pulling him, like bit his leg, and first his wife elephant tried to take him out of the water, but it was in vain. She couldn't. For thousands of years, he was also fighting the crocodile, the elephant. Gajendra and crocodile, they were fighting for thousands of years. So the crocodile was biting his leg, the leg of the elephant. So the crocodile was like sucking this blood of the elephant. So in this way the crocodile became strong, but the elephant was slowly becoming weaker and weaker. And all the family members of Gajendra, they became hopeless. So one by one they also left. They lost the hopes and they just left because they thought they couldn't do anything. And then the elephant was slowly drowning in the depths of that water. He was really about to die. Then when he was about to die, only a little bit of his trunk was still outside the water. Then by the desire of Lord, a lotus flower came near his trunk. Then the elephant put that lotus flower. He thought, oh, I'm about to die, let's at least offer a flower to Lord. Idam pushpam tubhyam namaha. Oh God, I offer this flower unto you. So he kind of lifted the flower offering to Bhagavan. I'm offering the lotus flower to Bhagavan. And then Bhagavan, what did he do? Bhagavan was in Vaikuntha. Bhagavan told, hey Garuda, I need to go there and quickly I need to get there. Garuji told, Prabhu, my back is so hard. Let's put a pillow for you to sit. Bhagavan said, no. I must accept what the devotee is offering me. If the lotus flower fall on the floor, fall down, then it will be very bad for me, because I promise in the Gita that I'll always accept flower, fruits, anything the person gives me with devotion, I accept. Bhagavan directly accepts this. Asnami means God directly accepts, like himself. That's why Bhagavan told, hey Garud, tell me, take me there quickly. You want to put a pillow or something? Even Bhagavan didn't even put his shoes. He didn't even wear his shoes. Let's go now, immediately. He just sat on the back of Garud and he attained that place. First, Bhagavan accepted the lotus flower. Then with his chakra immediately, right after, he cut off the head of the crocodile and delivered Gajendra. So the question arises. Two questions. Bhagavan, he delivered first to whom? Cool? The crocodile. But we think that, so there's so much difference between our thoughts, our conception, and the conceptions of Bhagavan. Because Bhagavan is thinking, Gajendra is my devotee, the elephant is my devotee. You know, the elephant in the previous life, he was Dhruva Maharaja. He was Dhruva Maharaja. He left everything in his youth, went to the forest to do bhajana, served the date, he was serving the date. Then, suddenly, Agastya Rishi came to his place, to his ashram. So the saint Agastya Rishi came, but Dhruva Maharaj did not give honor to Agastya Rishi. He just continued serving the deity without giving respect and honor to Agastya Rishi. So Agastya Rishi cursed him. Foolish! You don't know how to give honor to the saints? Go. All your wealth, your beauty, your youth, actually you're completely intoxicated, like proud of your youth, your wealth, just like an elephant is also walking proudly. In the same way, you are like intoxicated or proud. So become an elephant. You know the elephant, how he's walking in the market? Like slowly, slowly. Like he doesn't care for others, doesn't care for anyone. The dogs are barking at the elephant, but the elephant doesn't care because he knows dogs cannot do anything to me. The elephant just moves his head and the trunk hits the dog and the dog flies away. No, with his trunk, he can just move the trunk and the dog will be finished. So that's why also Agastya Rishi told Dhruva Maharaj, you are also intoxicated, proud by your wealth, youth, everything. You're like an elephant, so become an elephant. Then after some time, after being cursed, Dhruva Maharaj came to the feet of Agastya Rishi, apologized. Prabhu, please forgive me. And the heart of the saints are soft as like butter. The heart of Agastya Rishi melted. Agastya Rishi said, okay, I'm giving you this curse. Yes, I give already. You will be born as Gajendra. But Swayam Bhagavan himself, he will deliver you from the birth of elephant. So this is the mercy of Agastya Rishi. So remembering this also, Bhagavan delivered Gajendra, remembering that he had to fulfill the words of Agastya Rishi. He had done a little bit of sadhana bhajana, and he got the mercy of the saints. Gajendra in previous life, he did some bhajana sadhana and attained the mercy of the saints. That's why, because of this sukriti, in the last moment of his life, Gajendra offers a lotus flower to Lord. Then at that time, Bhagavan killed with the Sudarshan chakra the crocodile head. So a question comes, who was the crocodile? There was a Gandharva called Huhu. There was a saint taking a bath, and then he started joking with the saint, this Huhu Gandharva. So many people are like this, like want to make jokes. So the saint was bathing in the lake. So this Huhu Gandharva, from underneath of the water, he was coming and pulling the legs of the saint. Like some people, they want to joke or to make fun of the saints. So the saint also cursed him. Hey, you're just like also a crocodile pulling my leg. Go, become a crocodile. So he became a crocodile. But before he prayed to the saint and apologized, the saint told, okay, Sri Hari himself will deliver you from the body of crocodile. And that's why Swayam Bhagavan, what did he do? Delivered also the crocodile. But first Bhagavan delivered to whom? To whom? To the crocodile first. Some saints explain. Dhruva Maharaja was a devotee, bhakta. He did some bhajana sadhana. So he's considered the devotee of Lord. But the crocodile was holding the feet of whom? Holding the feet of the devotee in the Dhruva Maharaja. So those who hold the feet of the devotee, Bhagavan, like for example, God is thinking, if my devotee is there, of course I'll deliver my devotee. But if someone is holding the feet of my devotee, let me deliver this person first. Because my devotee is already my devotee. But the person who is holding the feet of my devotee, then I'll deliver him. So if we take shelter of the feet of the devotees, Bhagavan will deliver us. We must take shelter of the feet of the devotee. I'm not a devotee, but I am taking shelter of the feet of a devotee. One day or another, Bhagavan will deliver me. Jinyasu means those who are inquisitive, asking questions. The example is Shaunakadi Rishis, means that Rishis headed by Shaunakadi Rishis. They ask questions to Sutta Goswami. It's in the Bhagavatam. They came to Sutta Goswami and they've asked 6 questions. How many? 6. Look, you feel the question coming in your heart when you think, reflect upon something. If you enter the subject matter, then questions arise. For example, Sanatana Goswami told Mahaprabhu, "Kya am I? Who am I?" But Sanatana did not know that he was Lavanga Manjani. But just to teach other people, he asked Mahaprabhu, who am I? Why am I suffering the 3 folds of Maya? If I don't know it, can I have any benefit? Please tell me about sadhya and sadhana. Sanatana asked Mahaprabhu. He came to Mahaprabhu and said, who am I? So this question comes or not? Who are you? Who are you? There is someone inside this house. So you knock the door. So you knock the door. Then the sound will come from inside. The question will come, who is there? Like if you knock someone's house door, the person will ask from inside, who are you? Like who is there? What will you say? You'll tell your name. I am Fulana. I'm some person. So you'll tell this. Nowadays, there's like a screen, like a camera or something, then you can see who is outside. You have it in your house. Those who are rich, they have. Outside the gate, there's a camera. So from inside, you can see in the screen who is outside. Not like the CCTV. So Jigyasu means this inquisitive person. Who am I? So the Rishis headed by Shaunakadi Rishis. They asked 6 questions to Sutta Goswami. What were the 6 questions? We should know. Which one are the 6 questions? First one. What is the topmost benefit for the souls? Topmost sharira benefit. Topmost benefit for the living entities. Means the topmost spiritual goal. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. These things are there, yes, but something is beyond and higher than dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Param Purushartha, topmost goal, Krishna Prem. So the topmost benefit, Aikantik Shreya, the only benefit, real benefit for the souls. What is it? Please tell me this. Second question. How can the Jeev be pleased, happy? Like sometimes you feel so upset. Sometimes you feel happy. But why you become sad? Like sometimes even you cry. Why? Because you are not attaining some material things or material happiness. That's why people cry. But here he's saying, it's being said, the essence of all the scriptures. Please tell me the essence of all the scriptures. Meaning, to the faithful persons, Bhagavan manifests all the tattvas for those who have faith. Those who have faith, they can attain. The transcendental knowledge. Shadavam bhajate gyanam. If you have Shraddha in your heart, faith, the person who knows the truth will manifest all also truths in your heart if you have faith. So the bona fide guru and bona fide disciple, this is the symptom of the bona fide disciple. Satshisha, bona fide disciple, he has some qualities. First quality of the disciple is non-duplicitous person, without duplicity and hypocrisy. He's simple, saralata, simplicity. But to become like this is so hard. The more we become simple, the more the tattva again automatically will manifest in our hearts. So Krishna is playing the flute. The flute is a piece of wood. But how that sound, beautiful sound, is coming from the flute, even though it's only a piece of wood? Gopis are asking. Flute, you tell us. How possible you are making these beautiful sounds, like these beautiful sounds coming from you? The flute told. Actually, I don't have this power. Krishna himself, he is making these sounds coming from me. How possible? You see, I am completely hollow. Nothing inside. Because if you have lust, anger, many things inside you, then the flute will not play. For example, if you have in your heart lust, anger, greed, enviousness, Bhagavan will not be able to manifest the tattva in your heart. So your heart should be empty. Means devoid of lust, anger, duplicity, hypocrisy, etc. Far from your heart. Soral means this. Simple. Means you take all material things away from your heart. Lust, anger, now they are in your heart. So how possible the flute will be played if it's not hollow? So snigdha shisha means the disciple should be snigdha, means pure, soft heart disciple. If the disciple is like this, snigdha means pure heart, Bhagavan will give all the tattva in his heart. So, if you have faith, Shraddhavan, then you can hear the Bhagavatam. Those who have faith, they attain the knowledge. You must listen with faith. With faith. What is faith? What is faith? What is Shraddha? If I do bhakti to the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna, everything will automatically be done, fulfilled. The fruit we cannot even get properly by karma, jnana, yoga, tapasa. Actually, if you only do bhakti to Sri Hari, you'll get that fruit. That's why the speciality of bhakti, perform bhakti towards Bhagavan. Bhagavan, where does he live? Bhagavan says, I don't even always stay in Vaikuntha. I'm not always there. Why don't you stay in Vaikuntha, my brother? If someone asks Bhagavan. But Vaikuntha is your eternal dham. There's too dry. Because I don't have any kids. Bhagavan doesn't have kids in Vaikuntha. He has okay wife, Lakshmi is there. But she's only massaging my feet all the time. She only does this. You feel happiness in your home when you have kids. Kids are like chan, bang, bang, crying and But in Vaikuntha, like so much dry, like in this sense, like no happiness, like dry, nothing is there. Who is in Vaikuntha? Someone is there. Garura, Vishwaksena, they are sitting far away. Garura at least 5 meters far. You can see in the Vishnu temples. Garura is always sitting where? In Virasan, that position, like this. You can see him walk. Like he's ready to move. If God gives an instruction, he will just follow. They are not speaking, not playing, not joking with the Lord, like some fun, having some fun. So Bhagavan is like, what is in Vaikuntha? I want to go for a walk. I want to, until when you will be able to stay in your house alone. You want to go for a walk, So Bhagavan is saying, I also want to go out. And I also don't stay in the heart of the yogis. So where do you stay? When my devotees, they glorify me, I go there. Karmic Jnani is yogis. They are like, you can see in this material world, everyone is sucking your blood. But no one is actually happy with you, never. Every day, the same thing. This is your fault, my fault, same quarrel. They keep looking at each other's faults all the time. This happens in this family, in this material world. Yes. Husband says this is your fault. Wife says it's your fault. And then they quarrel and quarrel. Gita Samsara going on. Do you understand Gita Samsara? Yeah. There's no peace. Is there peace in the house? The peace has gone. We are reading the mantra, Shanti, Shanti, Om, 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 Shanti. Giving this fastivachan. The mantra is saying peace, peace, Shanti, and you're throwing water. Okay, you're wet, but there's no peace still. Where's the peace? Bhagavan is also saying, the karmis, jnanis, yogis, they're always asking things from me. They like always, they're chasing me because they want things from me. Like they want kids, they want wealth, so many things. They're asking for liberation. But the pure devotees, they don't ask anything from God. Anything they don't ask. They ask for nothing. That's what Bhagavan says. I want to find a place where I can be authentic rest. So God takes rest in the heart of the pure devotees. He's there in his heart because the devotee never asks anything from Lord. The pure devotee never asks anything from Lord. If you say, so why the word ask is there? Because the devotee asks something from Lord, yes. Prabhu, give me service. Just service, give me. Sevahi Paramadharma. Topmost duty or virtue is to serve. Third question of the Shaunakadi Rishis to Sudha Goswami. Why did Vasudeva appear in the womb of Devaki? Please tell me. Why did Vasudeva appear in the womb of Devaki? Means also tell me the story of Devaki and Vasudeva. Fourth question. Tell me about the different pastimes of the avatars. And also how Krishna Balaram performed beautiful pastimes. And Krishna also has many avatars. Tell me about these pastimes. Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Nrsimha. Please tell me these beautiful Lila kathas of Bhagavan. Fifth question. Swayam Bhagavan Sri Hari, he did pastimes. So tell me the pastimes of Bhagavan Sri Hari. How Sri Hari Krishna, he became the son of Nanda Jashoda. In the house of Nanda Maharaj, he performed beautiful pastimes. Please tell me all this beautiful pastimes. So one, they ask about Avatar Lila Katha, and another point, they also wanted to hear about the Swayam Bhagavan Lila Katha. Sweetness pastimes of Krishna. How did he manifest and was born from the womb of Mother Jashoda? Just like a normal baby. So there was the cut of the umbilical cord also. And the samskaras were made like some rituals. And then how Krishna slowly, he grew up. And Nanda Jashoda were taking care of him, raising him. The pastimes of Krishna are amazing and so sweet. All his activities are sweet. His laugh is sweet. His gait is sweet. His eyes are sweet. Everything is sweet in the Lord of sweetness. You know, in Madhurashtaka is saying, his walk, his laughter, everything is sweet about him. So please tell me. Sixth question. When Bhagavan Sri Krishna left this material world, Dharma took shelter of whom? Of what? When Krishna left this material world, Krishna went to the Nitya Dham, eternal abode, and after that, where did the Dharma take shelter of? Please tell us about this. So these were the questions of Shaunakadi Rishis to Sutta Goswami. So these questions come in the heart of the living entities, like a question comes in the heart of the living entity. If the person has inquisitive mood, like for example, do you have also like this inquisitive mood? Who am I? This kind of inquisitive mood. Chanting holy names, you can ask yourself, who am I? And the answer will automatically come. If you ask the question, automatically the answer will come. You'll get the answer. Why did I come to this world? Why did you come to this world? So David, tell me, why did you come? To do Krishna bhajan. We have come to do Krishna bhajan. But we are under the illusion of Maya, and we forgot this. We came here for one reason, one purpose, and we forgot to do that. We have come actually to do Krishna bhajan. There's no other reason. But we are under the illusion of Maya, and we are doing other things instead. So you came to do Krishna bhajan, but instead you're just like wasting time. Just like unraveling the thread of a blanket. In the end, there won't be any blanket anymore. Like just pulling the thread, unraveling the thread of a blanket. Wasting time with material things instead of worshipping Bhagavan. After, we'll just die and we won't do what we had to do. No, and we will die and actually we didn't do what we had to do. Artarthi means what? Persons who wants to get money and wealth. And they do bhajan because of this. So, some people do bhajan with material desires. Bhagavan fulfills all the material desires of the person, and in the end, Swayam Bhagavan also gives the person the topmost position. Example is Dhruva Maharaja. He was a boy, a small boy. His stepmother, Surushi, told him some harsh words, and then he felt so angry. Then he went to the jungle to worship Sri Hari, because his stepmother, Suruchi, told, well, look, if you want to sit on the lap of your father, first you must be born from my womb. And to be born from my womb, you must worship Sri Hari. You see, he was a small boy. He heard this, and these words affected his heart, just like a thorn entering, So he was only 5, and Dhruva left his mother and went to the jungle to worship Sri Hari. And you'll be able to worship Bhagavan when you get a bona fide guru. Without a bona fide guru, you can never attain to Bhagavan. So by the desire of Bhagavan, Narada Rishi came. Narada Rishi gave Diksha to Dhruva. After that, Dhruva went to Madhuvan and started his hard austerities. So Madhuvan, Mathura, is the place of austerities. Madhuvan is the place of austerities of Dhruva. Dhruva tapasya. For 6 months he was doing hard austerities in Madhuvan. Then after that, Bhagavan gave darshan to him. Then after that he said, Prabhu, I don't want all these things. Bhagavan said, ask for a benediction, you did austerities, but then Dhruva told, actually I don't want any benediction, I don't want anything. Hey Prabhu, I don't want any benediction. Actually your lotus feet, which are rare even for demigods, I have attained this highest thing, which is actually your lotus feet. Actually I was looking for pieces of glasses actually. Broken pieces of glasses have no use. If you accidentally touch the broken piece of glass, nobody even keep a broken piece of glass in the house because it's dangerous, you can cut yourself. Just put in the dustbin, throw away. So Dhruva also said, I was searching for pieces of glasses. Means I wanted material things. I did bhajan swating material things. But I attained your lotus feet, which are rare even for munis and great personalities. Your lotus feet, which are rare for even Brahma and demigods. I am having your darshan, so I don't want any benediction. Bhagavan said, Dhruva, no. Somebody worships me, I give the fruit. So Bhagavan has happiness. God likes to give something to the devotees. Understand? So there are generous people and miser people. God is not miser. You know miser. He's very generous. Those who are miser, they want to keep everything for themselves. Sovina, Navara. But different from those who are generous. So Bhagavan also is like, Dhruva, asks for something, ask, come on. Dhruva says, I don't want. I don't want anything. Bhagavan says, Dhruva, nobody performed hard austerities. You are only a 5-year-old boy and you performed hard austerities. If I don't give anything you, people will criticize me. A boy did hard austerities and God didn't really give him anything. So in the end, Bhagavan gave Dhruva Loka. So for 36,000 years, he was ruling in the earth kingdom without any obstacle. Sorry, for 36,000 years. Because if you do bhajan, whatever desire, Bhagavan will fulfill all your desires. Doesn't matter. Somehow if you do bhajan, Bhagavan first of all will fulfill your desires. Whether you're doing bhajana for kids, for money, whatever you want in your mind. Bhagavan, first of all, he will fulfill your desires. It's not that God is not giving. So, that's why God gave the kingdom for 36,000 years for Dhruva Maharaja. Without any obstacle, he would rule for 36,000 years. He would get all kinds of happiness, like material happiness. And then, I'll give you my param dham. Who? What? Sorry? Dhruva Loka. So he gave Dhruva Loka specifically to Dhruva. So for 36,000 years, Dhruva was king and enjoyed all facilities, everything. And later, in time of, after 36,000 years, the Mritu Devata, presiding deity of death, came to Dhruva and said, hey Dhruva, this world is called Mritu Jagat, Mara Jagat, the world of death. If anyone comes here, they must die. So here it's called Mara Jagat. There are many names of different worlds, but this world is called the world of death. Mara Jagat, Mritu Jagat. Well, Dhruva said, okay, let me finish my mantra, then I go to you. So the presiding deity of the dead was sitting and waiting. Dhruva chanting his mantra. Then he just stepped on the head of the presiding deity of death, and then he went to Dhruva. So what I want to say is that if any person worships Bhagavan with any kind of desire, Bhagavan will first of all fulfill all the desires of the person, and then Bhagavan will give the person the parampad. Parampad means his abode, his darshan. Parampad means giving his darshan or abode. God will bring this person to the supreme abode. It doesn't matter if you do any bhajan to Lord, Bhagavan will fulfill all your desires. Then he'll give you the divine place, like a place in his own abode. Okay, so this is the third person, Artarti. Chatusan. Gyani is the kind of person who also do bhajan if has sukriti. Example are the four kumaras. Four kumaras had learned everything from their father, Brahman, and then they asked, what should we do now? Father told, you should get married, all of you. You should increase the population of the earth. Because without marriage, or without being married, how can you increase your dynasty, means make more children in your dynasty? People want this, they're doing because of this. But the four kumaras said, Father, but please tell us about the, truly, like honestly, where is the happiness? In the family life? But those who are in the family life, they know there is no happiness. Like for example, this song is saying, I made a happiness. I made a house, I built a house to get happiness. In the end, my house was burned by the fire. I built the house to get. So actually, there's no happiness in the family life, only unhappiness. Those who don't have kids, they're saying, Maharaj, please give me mercy, I can get a son or a child. Isn't it? People ask this. You know the story of Dundukari Gokarna? I'll tell tomorrow. Gokarna Dundukari, I'll tell tomorrow. The Atmadeva Brahman, the father of Gokarna Dundukari, he came to a sannyasi and he said, I want a son. Sadhu told him, do bhajan, forget about having babies. But who will listen to this? People don't want to hear it. He insisted, no Maharaj, do something, like, figure out a way so that I can have a son. Figure a way so that I can have a son. Then the saint brought one fruit and gave him and told, feed your wife this fruit. But to his wife also, Dunduli. She didn't even eat the fruit. She gave the fruit to the cow. But the fruit given by the saint will never go in vain. So the cow also gave birth to a beautiful religious son called Gokarna. Continuing, okay. So there's no happiness in the family life. But everyone is marrying or having babies for trying to find happiness, but in the end it's only unhappiness. You can ask them. Those who got married, you can ask, are you happy? Who is happy? Raise your hand. Those who have are married and have babies, are you happy? Anyone has happiness? Do you have happiness? But the brahmacharis, they're thinking, oh, I'll get married to a beautiful wife. She will cook very delicious things for me. The person is actually sitting under the desire tree. Like he's, no, desire tree, kalpa-vriksha. Means the person is imagining many things, Like whatever you think under the desire tree becomes true. In the same way, the person is sitting under the desire tree. This story, I tell this story sometimes. It was summertime. One person was walking. He became so tired. He sat under a tree. But he didn't know that tree was kalpa-vriksha. Kalpa-vriksha means whatever desire you have, the desire tree fulfills. He didn't know. He thought, oh, if there was like a breeze, nice cool breeze, it would be so nice. It would be so nice. And suddenly a very delicious, I'm not delicious, sorry, very good breeze came and he felt so much relief. And he said, oh, very nice place. It was very hot. Oh, and he thought get some food, because he was hungry. And then suddenly, like some nice food appeared. He ate prashadam. He ate. After that, he thought, oh, if there was a nice bed, I could lay down. Then suddenly, a very soft bed appeared. King size bed. He fell asleep. And he was really tired. Or if there was a beautiful lady who could like massage my feet, I could sleep very nicely, sound sleep. Suddenly a lady came, started to massage his feet. Then he thought, but here is. Then he thought, oh, but here there's no one here. Imagine if a lion will come. And the lion came, and then he thought, if the lion eats me, then lion came and attacked him. Then the lion ate him. So the same way, the jivas in this world, they're imagining, thinking they'll find happiness, imagining many things. But what comes in the end? Unhappiness. Karamana opi abaramana dukkha sutaya cha. Bhagavatam says clearly in this verse. Shukadeva Goswami said, O King, Maharaj, Parikshit, listen. People of this world, they are doing everything searching for happiness. But in the end, only comes distress. This is true. But is there anyone who wants to listen to these truths? Everyone is listening here. But later, in the back, they will go and they will tell, oh, I want to marry. Or they'll say, or they want to tell someone, oh, marry me. But they don't know that wedding is actually a disgrace, like a destruction in your life. It's a bitter katha, but it's true. I must tell the truth. They're not happy. Where's the happiness? Only in Bhagavat Bhajana. Yes. If you have the family of Krishna samsara, family of Krishna, then it's okay. Get married, what to do? Then if you marry, then make the family of Krishna. Then that family is happy family. Do you understand? Shastra does not prohibit the wedding, marriage. But how to stay in the family life? Family of Krishna. Your family should be the family of Krishna. Krishna samsara. But to become the family of Krishna is very hard. Isn't it? Each one going to different directions and anyway, coming back, Brahmaji told to the 4 kumaras, get married and increase the population of the creation. He said, Father, please honestly tell us where is the happiness. Then Brahmaji told, actually actual happiness is in the by remembering Lord, you get real happiness. Smaran. Then the 4 kumaras, they took sannyas and they wanted to merge in Brahma. They started to meditate in Brahma. Then Brahmaji, Lord Brahma, saw, oh, if my sons merge in Brahma, in the effulgence of Lord, they'll never come back. So Lord Brahmaji prayed to Bhagavan. He prayed, Bhagavan, please protect my sons. Then Swayam Bhagavan Harish Vishnu sent the amazing fragrance of the Tulasi offered to his lotus feet, Tulasi Makaranda. And the smell, fragrance, entered in the nostrils of the 4 kumaras. Very amazing fragrance. Entering the nostrils of the 4 kumaras, they gave up the meditation of Brahma, effulgence of Lord. Then they started to go towards Vaikuntha. Before they wanted mukti, they were performing hard austerities and meditation to attain mukti. But when they felt the fragrance of the Tulasi offered to lotus feet of Lord, which are so powerful, very powerful fragrance, they even gave up Brahma again, by considering it insignificant, and then they went to Vaikuntha. So when Bhagavan Sri Hari went to the eternal abode, Dharma took shelter of what? Dharma took shelter of the Srimad-Bhagavatam. Srimad-Bhagavatam is directly the form of Lord. By taking shelter of the Bhagavatam, the jiva can attain the eternal abode of Lord and Lord Himself. No any material things will remain in the heart of the jiva. And meditate in the supreme truth, Bhagavan. But later we'll continue the katha. This explanation is very long. Each of the Goswamis give one explanation. It's very beautiful. Just about the first verse of the Bhagavatam. So to explain one verse, it would take 1 month. The first sloka of the Bhagavatam. Only the first sloka. One sloka. Because this is actually the main sloka. Actually, the essence of all the Bhagavatam is inside this verse. I meditate in the supreme truth, Swayam Bhagavan.